Hey guys, and welcome to my IGTV. Today we're going to be doing a little collective haul slash first impressions of a few of the products that I've purchased throughout this month. So if you guys are interested, please keep watching. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right into it. I have been on the hunt for a no makeup finish foundation, and I went to Sephora and I went kind of crazy. Well, I also bought one thing from Ulta, but I went kind of crazy and bought a few foundations. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and this is the texture right here. Oh my gosh, I put so much on my hand. I swear this is my color. So it does have a very natural, soft finish to the skin, which is something that I really liked. I have the Sephora review right over here. I want to read to you guys what the detailed descriptions show. So it's a long-lasting, weightless foundation, and it is a full coverage with a matte finish. So I did a little research on this foundation prior to buying it. It is a little bit of a spendy foundation, but that's because there's skincare in it, and it does have anti-aging benefits as well. So if you're someone that's very focused on having skincare in your foundation, I highly recommend this guy. It also says that it has menthol in it that is supposed to provide your skin a very refreshing or cooling sensation when you put it on the skin. I didn't feel a cooling sensation when I tried it on. It just felt kind of funky on my skin. I wasn't a big fan of it. Let's just start with the pros with this. Definitely a really great buildable coverage. For me personally, I don't think it's a matte finish. I think it's a natural matte finish, so definitely a win with that. The downside with this is that it does have a heavy fragrance. I'm very sensitive to fragrance, so that is definitely a downside for me. And also throughout the day, it didn't like how it wore on my skin. I used it with primer and then without primer, and I still didn't like how, especially in the areas that I struggle with, like my textured areas, I noticed that it settled in those areas and it showed them off as well. So I definitely am not a fan of this foundation. Maybe I need to play around with it more, but for now I definitely will be putting this to the side. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked 24-Hour Longwear Foundation. So I'm going to pull up the Sephora details and read to you guys what the foundation is. So it is a vegan, buildable, medium coverage liquid foundation, and it has a real matte skin finish, and it has up to 24-hour long wear, and it's also water resistant as well. I would have never picked up a foundation like this. One, I'm not a matte foundation finish type of person. I prefer a more dewy and natural finish. So as you can see, it's super runny. It gives you time to build the foundation, which is really nice. It's very lightweight, and it blends really well with the skin. I've been using it with my beauty blender, and it's been working really well. It doesn't settle into my lines or any of my textured areas like my T-zone. It's a lot more of a matte finish than what I'm used to. I put so much of this foundation on my hand. I wanted to show you guys how it looked, but this is the finish right here. As you can see, it still has a little bit of a radiance, but not too much, which is nice. I've been using it without a primer, and it lasts really well on my skin, but when I do wear a primer, I would use something like the First Aid Beauty illuminating primer, and then that will give me a little bit of a radiance underneath. The one thing that I really like about this foundation is one pump goes a long way. You can build that to a really great medium coverage, and that's what I would wear for every day. Nothing bad to say about this foundation. So I saved the best for last. This is the best foundation that I had so far, and it is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. So let's just read the description on Sephora. So it's a hydrating longwear foundation, and it delivers a comfortable medium to full coverage, and the finish is a natural finish. And the main hydrator in this foundation is grapeseed oil, so it's really great for anyone that wants a very hydrating foundation, and this is probably why I really like this foundation. I'll go ahead and show you guys the texture. So as you can see, I mean, it's not a runny foundation at all. It does have a little bit of tackiness to it, but it's a good tacky. This foundation reminds me of the IT Cosmetics foundation, just the texture and just the way it moves on the skin. A little goes a long way. It does have a really great coverage. So I have been using just like a pump for an everyday finish, and that definitely gives me enough coverage. But as you can see, it really sits on the skin well, and it does have a very nice natural finish. It gives the skin a radiance. So that pretty much is it for foundation. Comment down below if you guys use any of these foundations and if any of these are your favorites. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into the next products. Benefit Bowing Concealer. So it's a cakeless, creaseless concealer. I definitely would say it's very comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, except it's more hydrating, which is something that I struggle with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I noticed that I have to apply it just in the areas that I'm going to work with and then move on to the next side. As opposed to this, it does have more of a hydrating texture, so that way I'm able to move the product better and it doesn't sit on my skin or dry on my skin quickly. So overall, a really great concealer. So the next products are hair care products, and I picked up these minis from Ulta. This is the IGTV Direct Flight Multitasking Matcha Dry Shampoo. So I've heard really great things about this brand. I know that they're really great with their dry shampoos because they have so many, and then also I believe their hairspray. But anyway, I've been on the hunt for a really great dry shampoo. I have very thin hair, so my hair tends to hold product quickly and it gets gunky really quickly, and I really hate that. And this so far has been pretty good. It gives my hair great volume. It doesn't weigh down my hair, or it doesn't become sticky or gunky, which is great. The only bad thing I have to say about this is that the fragrance is intense. For someone who's super sensitive to fragrance, again, this is just wild. It has a very powder scent. I definitely would repurchase this, but maybe try out a more mild fragrance, because the next product is hairspray. So this is by Sebastian Shaper. I've never tried this hairspray before. I've been going through so much hairspray just because I've been trying to find a hairspray that will hold my hair, tame down the frizz, and then also be able to not give me a crunchy look. And this hairspray has been doing a really great job. I like it because it does give me the hold, and you're able to just comb your hair through and it doesn't give you that crunchy texture, which is really great. The next products are skincare products, and they're by Kopari. I don't know how to say it, but they're known for using coconut as their main ingredient. This is their coconut oil moisturizer. I was kind of on the fence for getting this because coconut can be comedogenic, meaning clog pouring. So I was kind of like, should I try it, should I not? But obviously if they make it into a moisturizer, it should be fine. But honestly, this is a very basic moisturizer. Looks just like this. It has a very nice light and mild coconut fragrance. Nothing too harsh or obnoxious. Again, I'm very sensitive to fragrance, and this is really nice. And I love the texture. It's great for every day. It doesn't weigh down my skin. It's a really great basic moisturizer. The last product is an eye balm. This is by, again, Kopari, and this is their Starry Eye Balm. I only got it because I saw it online and was like, oh, this seems pretty cool. I thought it was an eyeshadow. It's a really nice thick balm on the skin. It has a very interesting smell. It's very light and mild again. I'm going to read the details on Ulta. So it's a nourishing and hydrating coconut oil. It delivers a dose of caffeine to depuff and illuminates with natural pearlescent minerals and soothes tired eyes. It's a lot of great things to say about one small product. So I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and honestly it really works well under makeup. So this is a solid oil, and when you do heat it up with your fingers, it goes into a really nice thick balm. And you wouldn't think that with that kind of texture, it's going to dissolve into the skin, it's going to crack, or it's even going to make your makeup slip off. But for some reason, this doesn't. It's a really great product to use under concealer, especially if you have a little bit of dryness under the eye or even texture under the eye. And then even without makeup, I love using it because it gives my skin that illuminating look. So it's very hydrated and a very natural shine. So really great product. And that is everything. Those are all the products that I bought last month. If you guys liked any of the products that I used, I'll go ahead and link them down below. Thanks for watching.